So yesterday we have seen so how to process the data. So after that we are talking about custom validations. So in custom validations, I said you have a two types of validations. One is a form level validation and one more is field level. Now validation is done by overriding clean methods provided by form class. So first we'll see field level validations. So whenever you want to do any validation at field level, okay, field level validation. So always validations are done within which class here? Form class. Always the validations are done within form class. So inside a form class, provide which method? Clean methods for every what here? Field. For every field you have to provide one clean method. So this method is prefixed with field name. So field name. So clean. So this method is suffix with. This method is suffix with clean underscore what name here? Field name. Clean underscore what here? Field name. See, this method is suffix with clean underscore field name. So clean underscore field name. Okay, this method is suffix with. This method is suffix with clean. It followed by what here? Field name. So which method you want to do validation? You just which field you want to do validation? You write a method for that field. You are writing a method for that field by using clean underscore what name here? Field name. For example, if your class is having okay, if your form class is having a field called password, then you try to write. So what is the method name? Clean underscore what is that? Password. So clean underscore password. What is the password here? Field name. So using this, you are trying to validate field level. Okay, you are trying to use what? Field level validations. Yes. So you are doing a field level validation by writing a clean methods within which class? Form class. And here these clean methods or which methods here? Instance methods. When you are saying these are instance methods first parameter is having what? Self. Instance methods first parameter is what? Self, right? So these are instance methods. Okay, these are which methods here? Instance methods. And when I'm saying it is instance method, first parameter you have to put as a self. Okay. So inside a class, now this is how you write it. Now if you see the documentation, okay, now this is a syntax. So now field level validations. So you can do the validations at class level, or you can just use at which level? Field level. Suppose here clean underscore what name here? Username. Okay, now this method is which method here? instance method. This method is what? Instance method, right? So you also have a, okay, you also have a built-in validations. Like you have an integer field. We'll discuss this. But these are called which validations? Custom validations. Now custom field validations with clean underscore which name field name methods. For more complex or specific validations rule for single field, you can define a clean underscore which one field name. Okay, right? So this method is automatically called. Now this method is automatically called. Yes. Now these are some more points. So this method is automatically called. I said, whenever you say form dot is valid, that will call internally which method? Clean methods. This method is automatically called by DJANGO during the forms is validation process. It takes no arguments and should return the cleaned data for that field. If the validation fails, now you should raise forms.validation error with an appropriate error message. So validation error is a predefined error, and this is error type, and this is available in which module? Forms module. Okay. So let me write one example on this field level validations. So we'll develop a simple example on field level validations here. So always field level validations are done within the form class. Inside a form class, provide a clean methods for every field, or whichever field you want to do validation. For that field, you write which method? Clean method. So this method is suffixed with clean and it followed by what name? Field name. And these clean methods are instance methods. And this method is automatically called by DJANGO during the is form validation process. It takes no argument and should return the cleaned data for that field. If the validation fails, now this method should raise what? Error. What is that error is? Validation error with an appropriate what here? Error message. With an appropriate error message. So that is done by using raise keyword. Okay. So let me tell you an example. For example, assume that I'm trying to develop a sign up. Okay, I try to develop a sign up. Now your sign up is done by giving username. So final sign up is given by using username, and there is a password. So yes, there is a username, and what you are trying to input here? Password, username, password, and one more is confirm password. So there's one more thing is there. What is that? Another one, confirm password. Okay, now here validation is the password and confirm password both must be equal. So this is when you click on which one here? Register. So this is when you click on register, then it should validate. Like, is it password and confirm password both are equal or not? If both are equal, then it should allow to process the data. If it is not equal, then it should raise what? Error. Now this data you are submitting to the view. Okay, this data you are submitting to one view. So inside the views.py, you have a view. And this is, assume that one form. And what is this form here? Register form. So this register form is a generic form. Okay. This register form is what here? Generic form. So you enter username, password, and confirm password and just click on register. Once you click on register, this request is sent to what? View. And view will read the information from this form. But before reading the information, you should verify is it this password and confirm password is equal or not. Okay. So you can also do other operations by communicating with the model. Like suppose you want to verify this username is already exists. If the username is exist, then again it should raise what? Error. If username is exist, even it should raise what? Error. Okay, right. So this username is exist. If the username is not exist, then you are trying to verify the input password as well as this confirm password. Okay, first I'll tell you how to check this both. Okay, then we'll see how to communicate with the model. Now this is my application, a simple app. So where you are trying to do user registration. You are trying to do what? So we'll see database later. I'm trying to tell you without, I'm telling you without database. But first we'll try to do it without database. And then we'll try to communicate with the database. Now develop a project. Now what you do is develop a project. So create one project. So DJANGO admin, okay, start a project. Just give the project name. Project, yes. Just give the project name and try to open this project. Now this is my project. And then within this, I'm creating one application. Python manage.py start application 1. You can give any application name, but I've given name of the application is application 1. Open the folder. Now, what is your project is? Project 16. So in this, okay, in this, so inside the application folder, so create one module. What is the name of the module? Forms.py. From DJANGO, import what here? Forms. Or from DJANGO.forms import anything you can write it. So here we are trying to create which form? Generic form. It means this form is not bind with what? Model. Okay. It is a generic form. And what is the name of this form is register form. What is the name of the form is register form. Inherit which class here? Forms class. Now this is a register form and this form inherit which class? Form class, right? And inside this, I'm trying to define. So I try to define what is I'm defining here? Username. Okay. And what is the username is forms dot which field here? Character field. Forms dot character field, and you can define what here? Maximum length. So is it this is predefined validator or user defined? Predefined. So I just write here some 12 characters. Okay, the next one is yes, sir. Password forms dot. Again, this is which field here? Character field. And here I just given maximum length. Maximum length of the password is I just given some 16. Okay. And there is another one which is called as confirm. So confirm which one? Password. Confirm password. So I just write C password. Okay. Confirm password. So forms dot, and this is also which field here? Character field. And I try to define the maximum length. And what is the maximum length is 16. What's here? For every form field, it will create an input field or not? Yes. For every form field, it will create one input field. Now it will create a form with the, what is that here? Username. It will create a form with what here? Password. It will create a form with what? C password. But if you input anything in character field, it is visible. Okay, but password should be visible or not visible? Not visible. Then this character field, it should apply a widget because you don't have any field called password field. You don't have any field called what? Password field. Then what you have to do is you have to apply one widget. You have to apply one widget. Okay. So widgets are when a form doesn't provide appropriate type, then you try to take the help of some widget, which are nothing but HTML widgets. And that can be done by using comma. I'm trying to use one keyword argument. What is the name of the keyword argument? Widget. What is the name of the keyword argument? Widget. So here form fields provide one attribute called which one? Widget. Widget is used to apply what? HTML elements. Okay, it means HTML fields because this form doesn't provide all the fields. This form doesn't provide what? All the fields here. It is a character field, but I want to hide it. It is a character field, but I want to hide it. It is a character field, but I want to write in multiple lines. It is a character field, but I want to write in multiple lines. If you want to write in multiple lines in HTML, what do you use? Text area. In HTML, what do you use? A text area. But here, you have anything called text area? No. But actually, text area is which type? Character type. Password is which type? Character type. Type is character, but behavior is which type? Text area. Behavior is which type? Password. Then how you change the behavior of that? By applying which one? Widget. Understood? So you don't have password field. Password is only for hiding it. But what is the type of this field is? Character field. Suppose if you are working with a database, you store the password in one column, right? Then you create that column with which data type? Character. You create that field with which data type? Character only. Character only, but what it contain? Password. The field name is password, but type is what? Character. What it contain? Password. Here also same thing. It is generating a form. It is generating a form with the input type as what? Text. But I want to hide it. Then that type you should change from input type text to what? Password. Then you are changing that by using which one here? Widget. You are changing that by using which one? Widget. Now character means what here? What is a character field? A character means string, and string is a collection of alphabets, digits, and special characters. So here now DJANGO forms provide so many widgets, and in this you have one widget called password input. There is one widget called which one? Password input, text area input. All these are various widgets which can be applied to which one? Character field or any other field. So character field is nothing but which type? String. And what is a string is? A string is a collection of alphabets, digits, and special characters. So there is a lot of DJANGO widgets are there. Okay, DJANGO form widgets. Okay, these are nothing but HTML attributes. What these are called? HTML attributes here. Just now I said no, like character field. But you can see widgets are DJANGO representation of what? HTML. HTML inputs like input type is a text, text area, and what is that? Select. Text and text area and set. What is that? Select. See here, built-in widgets are DJANGO provides variety of built-in widgets for common input types including text input, password input, email input, URL input, number input, date time input, text area, checkbox input, select. All these are what? Different types of inputs. Inputs. These are what? Different types of inputs. Okay. So it means these are nothing but applying which elements? HTML elements. But field type is which one here? character field. Field type is which one? Character field. But I want this to be provided like which one? Password input. Getting on. So all these are built-in widgets. Even though you apply it, I just put here. So these are called built-in widgets. Built-in widgets are there, and all these are built-in widgets provided by DJANGO. Forms. Built-in widgets provided by DJANGO form. So what is the use of these widgets? Changing the behavior of a input type. Changing the behavior of which one? Input types here. In DJANGO form, widgets are Python classes that define how a form field is rendered as an HTML input element. They handle the rendering of HTML element and extract the data by using get and post. See here, HTML representation. Widgets are DJANGO representation of what? HTML input elements like input type is a text and text area like that. So default widgets are, now you have a character field, and what is a character field is input type is what? Text. You have a default. These are default. Date field, date input. These are what here? Default. But you want to customize it. What you want? Customize it. Customization is done by using which one? Widgets. Widgets allows an extensive customization of form fields by adding HTML attributes such as a class, ID, placeholder, and what? Type. These achieved by initializing widget or processing as what? Passing as a dictionary. So this is how you are trying to define it by using which one? Widget. You are saying character field, and you are saying what here? Widget. You are saying form dot, which input it is? Text input. Okay, you are saying widget form dot, which input it is? Text area. Text area. In the same way here, what I have to do now? This both are which fields? Are this both are which fields? Password fields. This both are which fields? Password fields. Okay. Yes. So I just write here definition here. What is DJANGO widgets? And these are built-in widgets which is used for customizing what? HTML elements. So DJANGO widgets. So you require these widgets to customize HTML elements. So because you want to change the default behavior of it, you can change that by using this. Widgets equal to forms dot. What is the name of our widget is? What is the name of our widget? Password input. I just put here password input. Password input. It means whatever I input in this input type is what? Now input type is taken as which type? Password. But otherwise, what is the input type is? Text. But I change that input type is from text to what? Password. By just giving the widget as what? Password input. But I'm not giving any length and all other things. I just create an object of which type? Password input. Because every widget is one class. What is every widget is one class. Every widget is one class, but I have not defined any attributes. I just given form dot password input. Form dot password input, right? Yes, by default it is text input. Comma, again I'm saying widget. Again I'm saying widget equal to forms dot. What is that input is? Password input. So password input, right? So password input. So because default input type is what? Text. But I changed that input type from text to what? Password. If you want to verify that, what do you do it? Go to the terminal. So just go to the terminal here and open Python what? Manage.py. You go to which one? Shell. And import this from application one dot forms. So you have to import which form? Register form. So register form. So then I create an object of register form. Some R form equal to register, register what? Form, and print, what is it? Register form. Now you can see input type is changed to what? Password. But what is the first one is input type is, first one is input type is what? Text. If you are taking character field, what is the input type is? Text. Input type is a text. Okay, but here input type is changed from text to what? Password. Understood? Right? So that is how you are trying to change the behavior of this. So then after that, I want to verify. I want to verify the validation. What is the validation is the password should be equal to which password? Confirm password. The password should be equal to which password? Confirm password. What you didn't understand, tell me. Rama, what you have not understand? Tell me, I'll explain it again. Which part you have not understand? How it changes? What it changes? Here I've given what? Widget. What is the use of widget? Converting. Converting input type text to what? Password. Converting input type text to what? Password. That is a use of widget. That is a use of widget. ఎక్కడున్నా అమ్మ చాయ్ తాగేసి వచ్చినావా మధ్యలో ఎక్కడెళ్ళా మధ్యలో బయటికి వెళ్ళేసి వచ్చావా మధ్యలో ఎక్కడెళ్ళావు మధ్యలో ఎక్కడ వెళ్ళేసి వచ్చావు ఒక దగ్గర కూర్చొని నేను అక్కడిక్కడ తిరగకు ఓకే రైట్ ఎస్ అంటే అక్కడ బయటికి వెళ్ళేసి వచ్చావా ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందా బయటికి వెళ్ళి వచ్చిన తర్వాత రైట్ సో జస్ట్ సియర్ వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ హియర్ ఎస్ సో వాట్ ఈస్ ఎస్టిఆర్ మెథడ్ వై వి హియర్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్ హియర్ విల్ సీ దట్ లేటర్ నౌ వై unnecessarily wasting time. So here what I'm doing is, we'll see later. STR method I'll tell you later, but here it is not required. So because it is inherited directly from which class? Form class. Okay, definition. Okay, here I'm writing. Which one you want to validate? So which one you want to validate? Confirm password. Confirm password. Confirm password should be equal to password. So you need to write which method? Clean method. So clean underscore, what is the field name is? Confirm password. You cannot give your own names. You cannot give your own names. Compulsory you have to give the name as what? Field name. So this is a rule which you have to follow it. So every validation method is suffixed with what here? Clean.